Well, hey, look who showed up. I'm glad you came back by. Working on the 1968 Firebird, known as the Great Pumpkin. Basically, a series on what's it cost to restore one of these cars at home if you did all the work yourself. That was the kind of the idea behind this build, not to mention, of course, building the car, but what do you think it costs to restore one of these cars in your own two-car garage at home, doing all the work or as much as you possibly can and by yourself to save on that bottom line, that word labor. Parts, well, they kind of suck right now. The inflation, out of hand, I guess you could say. Went to order the vintage air kit for this car, which I thought they were about $1,200-$1,300. They are now $1,900 for a vintage air kit for this car. It's going to happen. I'm going to put it in there still, but definitely kind of squeezing on the budget here. I was hoping to get this thing done for under $20,000. Now that's a sizable, I should say, budget, but this isn't just a put some paint on the top side of it here, knock off the roof, make it pretty. This is a nut and bolt, complete every system, going through, replacing, refurbishing, or rebuilding what is there. And if you guys have seen this thing from the beginning, you know what it's taken to get to this point, but maybe not how much. That's what we're going to go over here today. I want to show you what we've gotten done, where we're at, and get you an idea how much has been spent so far, or maybe you can give me your good educated guess. How about let's get started, get you back up to see what have we already finished on the car. Of course, the first go around I showed you a little bit. We had all the sheet metal work basically done on the main body. New trunk floor, frame rails, main floor pan, rocker panel on the one side, quarter panels, tail panel, trunk lid. And of course, I've actually purchased the fender patches, front and rear bumpers, so I have those ready. I need to doctor up the doors still, but that go around for all the sheet metal. We had about $5,000 or just under $5,000 up until that point. Now we still got to doctor up the fender, and we're going to massage or we're going to repair this front part of the fender ourselves here, because I was trying to keep this thing on a tight budget. We're running a little slim, so we're going to fix this fender as opposed to replace it. Plus it's original GM sheet metal, so I do like that. Now the inside of the car, what you see inside here, of course, it's all been new floor pan, new seat bases. This is all cleaned up. This is a lizard skin coating. We did the sound coat and then a thermal coat to help keep noise and inside temperature down, because we're going to put the vintage air kit up here in the dash. That's one of our next videos coming up here, how to install that. And I got some slick tricks I'm hoping to try on that, to use the heater box cover so it looks factory under the hood, but we're going to run the vintage air kit on the inside. So you don't want to miss that. Hit the subscribe button, of course. Now that's the inside. There's not much happening in here really that you can tell. So outside of the car, it's basically a rust-free shell. At this point, ready to go ahead and start doing some body work. This is a brand new AMD trunk lid. I'm going to give a little shout out here because this thing fits phenomenally. I put some trunk lids on before and they just don't fit. Gaps are awful, stuff like that. I literally just bolted this on. I haven't done much adjusting at all yet. So super happy with this thing. It's a heavier gauge metal than some too. So really came out of the box really great. Inside the trunk, now what we'll see here, brand new sheet metal. I've got some mess in here, styrofoam. When I insulated my garage door, this stuff kind of went everywhere, but that was a huge benefit, insulating that door, because I'm still out here working it now, and it's like 20 degrees outside. Now, new outer fender wells. We patched up the inners. They actually came out really, really nice, so that's looking real good. Now, the new tail panel fit really good. This is an AMD tail panel. Super happy with the gaps. I mean, check this thing out. It really pulls in really nice and clean. There's no filler work on this, so this is all still metal. I haven't done any body filler or plastic filler on this car yet whatsoever. Now, where the money was spent, it's kind of hard to believe, but a lot of it's down underneath the car here. Brand new fuel tank, fuel straps. This is a factory style exhaust. We did the transverse mounted muffler back here, 2-inch exhaust. This is the dual system. Does not have the resonators, but we did use the factory pipe hangers. And check this out, you guys' previous videos, I figured it out. Turn that thing 90 degrees. Don't leave it hanging down here. It goes this way. I still got to get a couple 2-inch clamps. Then I can secure my tailpipes to that. But that's how that goes. Solve that mystery finally. Now these are 14x7 Pontiac Rallies. They're a Firebird rim for disc brake cars. We've already had those sandblasts. We got those refurbished. Even got the nice lug nuts that go back on there too. So I'm really super happy with that. Now that's the factory 256 differential, brand new stainless steel lines, axle vent, all new rubber bushings for mounting the springs front and rear. So I got brand new shackles back here. So on a ride, really nice, smooth and quiet. And the rest of the underbody, I don't know what you can see there, that exhaust is really nice, tucked up tight. Now if it was a convertible, it would definitely clear that X-brace really good. So if you guys need a nice tight exhaust system for your convertible, yeah, check out Ames. This thing worked out really good. Subframe completely refurbished, all new bushings, stainless steel lines, put all the clips back on it. Now what you see in there, turbo 350 transmission, that's about $1,600 worth of transmission and torque converter, so put that on your tally. Now the engine, we got super lucky on the engine here, because this is one out of one of my cars I did not need, was recently rebuilt, Pontiac 350 1971. So not the original engine to this car. The original one was long gone. It had a 68 350 in it. I was hoping to just re-ring, so I budgeted $1,300 to reseal and re-ring the engine that was in the car when I got it. But that block has some serious issues, so that wasn't going to happen. So we're going to still just put $1,300 on our budget for the engine, even though technically it was donated from a car. Still has value though. On the front here, these are original control arms, sandblasted, cleaned up, all new bushings, upper and lower, ball joints, steer linkage is all rebuilt. Did upgrade to a disc brake conversion kit. Stainless steel lines here, of course, in the front. Now these are the factory exhaust manifolds, cleaned up and ready to go. Oh, keep underhood temperatures low and reliability. In other words, burning out header gaskets or replacing collector gaskets with this setup. Now factory power steering. I have a power brake booster still in the box. And you get the pedal assembly cleaned up, bolted back to the firewall, then I'll finish the brake system and hook up all the lines and get that all bled out. Now on the driver's side fender is a little better shape. That's just a smaller hole. With the driver's side door, I was debating doing a skin on it, but we're going to pass up on the door skin, I think. We're going to try to, these are holes from a slide hammer situation. The door is not trashed, but we're going to weld all these holes shut. We're going to try to work the dents out of this thing and salvage the original door. Again, try and keep it back on budget. We've kind of got a little high on some of this stuff, so I'm trying to dial it back in to save a few bucks. So it's going to be a little more time, but I think it's going to be worth the effort. All right, so where are we at with the money? It'll spend-o-meter. Well, keep in mind we had $5,000 in the first go-around. Had a bunch of components here bought. Transmission's a little expensive. The engine. By the time all said and done, wheels, what you see here behind me, if you have in your mind somewhere in around the areas of $13,000, you'd be spot on. It's a lot of money, I know. I'm just trying to keep the total build under $20,000, but this isn't just a simple sand the outside, paint it up, and just kind of knock the rough off the bottom. This is a nut and bolt, inside and out, top and bottom, every system refurbished, cleaned, gone through, or made like new. So this isn't just a, quick knock the rough off, put some paint on it. This is gonna be a super high quality car when done. So you guys gotta keep that in mind. Now, was that necessary? Probably not. Just probably went overboard like I typically do, but I really wanted to do this car right. Know the guy, had a fantastic story that went with the car. He's had it for a long time. He loves this car, and I want to give it the proper love that it needs and give it back to him. So anyways, hope you guys found some of that information helpful or useful. And I guess I should say 248 hours up till this point. So if you guys haven't seen everything that's been done, check the link here. I'm going to try to put it somewhere on the screen. The whole, I guess you should say, build list or video list for everything I've done to get to this point. Now what's going to be coming up next? Well, I've got the tires. I'm going to get those put on so I can put this thing on the ground and put some weight on the suspension so I can start setting these gaps. I'm going to weld that panel out. I didn't do those panels yet because I want the fender bolted on the car so I can help massage the gap on that door, because I just like nice even door gaps. So I think that's the best way to do it, just my opinion. Then we're going to start finishing all the sheet metal. So either tires coming in first, or the vintage air kit, which is not included in that $13,000, by the way. I'm going to start doing a stealthy installation, hopefully to keep the factory heater box and still get everything to work. And I've also got another tip. I don't cut up the passenger side kick panel to install this stuff. I don't like that. There's a way to go around it. I did my Transmatter Auto that way. I've already proven this technique, but I'll show you how I did in case you don't want to cut up your kick panels around your vintage air kit too. But anyway, I guess what I'm going to do next, not 100% sure, but I'll definitely grab the camera. Hope you guys join us for the next go around for what we're doing next. But I wanted to get you up to speed how much we've spent. A few more bucks than I thought, but we're going to have a fantastic car when it's done. So appreciate you following me on the journey. We'll grab the camera. Hope you guys visit us next time, and we'll see you then.